Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here, and welcome back. Alright, high score challenge is finally here. It's been a boring week. It's just been questing, adamantite ore challenges, and all that. And nothing else. Just a lot of farming for metals, evolved metals, and whatnot, whatever you guys needed. So there's finally something interesting. Well, that's a lie. We had the Marluxia B quest, and ugh, that was a whole mess. Nova glitch. If you haven't seen it, there's a video I have up. There's a glitch you can use to do the quest, but you gotta be able to tickle to the mobs and stuff like that. Just a whole huge mess this week on that, but really great metal. I'm gonna use it in this video actually, if you want to check it out, how strong it is. But yeah, high score challenge. Now, a little background on me. I grew up in a Portuguese house, lots of Portuguese instead of English, so my pronouncing of names is terrible. When I start streaming, you guys are gonna look at me like, why can't you say some of our names properly? And I just want to apologize ahead of time right now. I'm going to butcher your names, and I'm probably going to butcher them for a while until I actually hear you say them. I didn't play The World Ends With You. I heard great things about it. A lot of people love it, and of course, it's in Kingdom Hearts. But I'm going to attempt to say these names right here. So if I screw these up, I'm so sorry to any fans out there. But I'm going to screw up lots of names, and I don't want to cut it out, and I don't want to pretend I'm not going to say the names or anything like that. I just want to be me and nothing else. So this is me. Get ready. Okay. So the first medal is Niku, Shiki, and Joshua. I'm not too impressed by this medal. It is probably going to do a ton of damage, but when it comes to this game, I look at my Keyblade as a party. You have your warrior, you have your knight, you have your sorcerer, you have your healer. That's how I build my Keyblades. You build your Keyblade when you're doing certain things as a party. You're not going to put a bunch of damage guys on there unless you really want to do a lot of damage to raid bosses, but even then, throwing a buff or a debuff in there really does wonders. So to me, this just looks like a heavy hitter. It's a tier 4 guild, costs 3 gauges, and it deals 2 hits the more Lux you collect during that stage. So it's going to be great for raid bosses. Now the medal I'm interested in is Beat and Rhyme. For 3 gauges, it's a tier 3, so it's an epic one. It deals 4 hits, inflict more damage the less Lux you have. Pretty cool. Nothing exciting, nothing so out of the ordinary. It's just the opposite of what they've been doing. Like the Behemoth is the same way. I have a Behemoth with 4 or 5 dots. I got 5 of them, so 4 dots. And I use him. He does do a lot of damage, but like I said, they're just damage dealers. Out of all the things that are going to come out, especially in the near future, especially Christmas coming up, these medals don't like you have to go hunt for them. So don't worry too much about it. But we're going to try as hard as we can. The only people I see actually getting this are people who pay a lot of money for top 200. I mean by guilting. Top 200 people are paying them, and if you really want these medals, I'm pretty sure it's just the fans are going for them. Besides that, the medals don't look that great themselves. Lots of damage and lots of damage. I'm pretty sure their multiplier is going to be nice and high, and their base strength is going to start off pretty high too. But for rewards, top 200 gets to be able to guilt the first medal and guilt and reroll the second medal. Besides that, everything is magic, mirrors, Chippendales, right down to the bottom. So nothing too impressive. I honestly recommend not spending a lot of money on this one either, or none. I do recommend that we do this as a free-to-play and not do any of the pulls. The 3,000 pull. Now, the score assistance deal, I kind of like those, and I'll explain to you in just a second. But yeah, this isn't something you should be fighting too hard on. Christmas is very close by, so save up those jewels and let's just do this as minimal as we can. Not wasting a lot of stuff. For the high score rewards, 3 million gets you mirrors, Chippendales, more mirrors. You get your first Beat and Rhyme at 9 million. More Chippendales, Huey Dewey Louie, and yeah. So I was basically getting Beat and Rhyme and a bunch of resources. So nothing too impressive, nothing to go, oh, I gotta spend all my money or all my jewels on this. Don't worry too much. Let's talk about the date has changed. So I work really late hours, like extremely late hours. So now you know what time I'm recording this at. I'm not waking up. This is actually me going to bed very soon. Yes, I have a great job. Alright, well, this is what I wanted to pull up anyways. The score assistant deal. Now, the medals in here are pretty good. I do like that people will be able to get Piglet. Now, if you guys don't have Piglets and you see me making all these videos with Piglet, here's a great chance to get a Piglet if you don't have Illustrated Card. If you don't have Illustrated Card and you need a buffer that does ×2, Piglet's great. Besides that, the only downfall on this one is Daisy. You really want to get a Nominee. Nominee is going to help you with a lot of things. Not so much later on. Once you do get your medals down, you don't really need her. She will be useful, but like I said, like when I got Jack and Sally, medals like that are pretty much unneeded unless I need some defense off the enemy, but by then I'll probably just do other stuff to it or one-turn it. But these are great. If you are just starting off and you want to get a good little collection, there's a lot of good medals in here. Musketeer Goofy is great, Kingdom Hearts Kari. Let me actually pull the medals for you instead of doing this. A lot simpler. Let's see, Mickey's birthday. Wow, okay. We also get a free medal. Oh, that's right. There was an announcement before that we're getting another Timeless River. Ah, you're seeing everything for first. So much for a high score challenge to start off this video. But yeah, so I've been playing 220 days. I got my title. I guess there's another title coming up on 2 more days. So let's go back to the point of this video, which is the high score challenge. Yeah, it's late. High score challenge. We're going to look at the medals for this. Okay, so if we do the high score assistant deal, you are basically getting everything you see here. Not all in one pull, but this is what your chances are, excluding this one, I'm pretty sure. Wait a minute, is it excluding that one? Let me go check it out. I doubt it would be in there. I doubt it. But let's check anyways. Medals. What's that medal called? Probably just their names, right? No, I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay. That would have been hilarious. That would have been terrible. That would have been a huge argument. So let's go back into this. These are all the medals you will be getting. And great medal, Alice, great medal. Goofy, amazing. Piglet, amazing. Nominee, amazing. If you need some quick buffs, Uniform Selfie still works. Great medals. These are all great medals to grab. Every of them have a great multiplier or great effect. Except for Daisy. Daisy can go home. Daisy got drunk and she came in the wrong place. I'm pretty sure. But everything else here is pretty solid. You got the new medals. They're not that impressive. They're pretty heavy costing. If you got no cost skills, it's alright. But the thing about them is they are basically your new medals. Because this multiplier right here is so much better than Gilted medals that you already have. If you want a little bit more information on Guilt versus no Guilt, I have a video that explains how to judge how powerful medal is. And then basically showing you the power spike that's happening. Also, Nova System has a huge scheme behind it, and just go see the video, you'll understand. It's a great explanation if you're trying to figure out what medals are good and not good. But let's just go into this. The way I want to do these series is every time there's a high score challenge, my first attempt is just going to be me fooling around, going in, seeing what's going on. Let's just use a Meowdy Steam. So I'm going in with 0%, nothing special on my Keyblade. I just want to explore and see what it has to offer and how far it goes and how many enemies there is. So start off, it's going to be a small room, bunch of low levels. Just swipe everything away. There's no point trying to activate your specials unless you're like going for top 1 and you need that little bit of extra 1000 because the other guy has the same Keyblade as you. Besides that, don't worry too much about it. Swipe everything and it should be good. So here's our first room. Our first room's going to have Air Soldier and a Fat Bandit. So all these enemies so far are under level 100, so not a big deal. Very straightforward. Now my Keyblade is just a Keyblade that you can use for anything. This is the Keyblade I like to use when I want to test the waters. It's got neutral damage, it's got buffs, debuffs, and heals. So pretty much I can explore any level and find out what's going on. Here's another small group. Nothing too special so far. This is probably going to be very basic, the first room. I'm not sure if it's one of those where you go back and forth or not, but we're going to find out. So far, it looks like you can go in and out of the rooms, and they're probably going to keep it away the whole time. Oh, this room is interesting. There's a bunch of ghosts. First guy's at 100. Just going to activate Marley the whole time. Let him take care of everything until he can. But as you can see, at 0%, we're already at almost 2 million. So this is probably really small. If anything, the next room is probably the last room. For this guy, I'm going to buff and use Marley. He's got a little bit more HP. Level 200 mobs usually take a lot more damage. But if you guys ended up guilting this guy at 100%, even 50% or higher, he does a lot of damage on the Divine Rose. But at 100%, the amount of damage he dishes out on 2.7 multiplier of the Keyblade is just insane. Very great medal. There is something coming up called guilty campaigns. Basically what that means is during a certain period, whenever you guilt something, the lowest amount of guilt you get is actually higher than what it is usually. So let's say your guilting range is 40 to 100%. During that guilting campaign, it'll be 60 to 100%. It won't be that exact number, but that's the concept. During guilting campaigns, you can guilt medals at a higher percentage. It won't go below the below. That didn't make sense. But it won't go as low as it usually goes. So it won't hit 40%. It will actually be 60%. The minimum will just be raised. That sounds a little bit better. I hope that wasn't confusing. So if you really, really want to, grab all those Marleys, grab 7 of them, and don't guilt them yet. Just save it. So I'm going to show you exactly what Marley does on a fully buffed and debuffed enemy. We're only missing one more buff for him, but this is pretty much close to near max for attack boost 2. On level 250 enemy, he does 101,000. It's pretty impressive. It's very impressive, actually. It is very impressive on a level 250 enemy. He is a great medal, and you do want to get a high percentage on him, so I would hold on to him for a little bit if you haven't guilted already. But like I said, anyone that's guilted him 50% or higher, you're still safe to use him. He's still really good. Throw an attack boost 2 on there and put him on the last slot, Divine Rose, and you're going to have no problem passing a lot of these stages. So far, nothing special. Literally nothing. Except for that room full of ghosts, but with this Keyblade setup, there's really nothing to care about. But when we start doing strategies, I'm going to find ways to clear that room. That's going to be a tough room. Especially if you don't have any of the medals that are on there that are guilted. But like I did my last high score challenge, the best thing you guys can do is find a powerful medal, like if you do have this one at 100%, and use them to clear all the enemies. Which is what I'm kind of doing right now. I just want to test it out. I'm pretty sure if I just do Illustrated Kari and him, it should be fine. So maybe for one of my first attempts or setups, it's going to be Piglet in first slot, a bunch of boost medals, and that's it. Like here, let me test it out right now. I'm not going to use Jack and Sally's. I'm going to swipe. I'm not going to use the Jack Skeleton. I'm going to activate Marley just with attack boost. I mean with Illustrated Kari. There you go. That's exactly what I mean. One powerful medal with a boost, and you should be fine to be able to do everything. All the other medals are going to be fodder. They're going to have like skills like Sleep, Paralyze, or the plus medals, or defense boost 2s, whatever you need. But basically, one medal is going to take care of all the damage. All the other medals are just going to be 7%, 40% boosters, or if you have a Illustrated King Mickey. But one medal is all you need. Find your strongest medal and make that Keyblade. Every other slot is just percentage boost. And that's basically what high score challenges are. If you are free to play. Now, for this guy here, wow. Okay, we're going to have to work on this one. We're probably going to need Alice or Nominate, for sure. If you want to do this easy. If not, you can probably put them to sleep and hope for the best with poisons and all that. But as you're about to see, these guys are not going to go down easy. I'm not going to use that. Use Marley, see how much damage it actually does. Wow, that took it out. You can see why Jack and Sally is a very broken medal. That stuff shouldn't happen. But it's not just Jack and Sally alone. Marley B is incredibly powerful. Very, very powerful. Swipe through these guys. Hopefully everything's good. Let me just show you the difference. Here's Jack Skeleton. Attack boost 2 max, fully guilted. Didn't take him out, but Marley would have took him out. No problem. And this looks like the end of it. Alright, that is pretty much the whole stage. Nothing special. besides that ghost room and that helicopter fleet. Everything else could be taken out just with those 7% medals, especially if you have them guilted. For this group, let's just show him off again one more time. A lot of people want to see how much damage he actually does, and this is him. So if you want to wait for that campaign, wait for it. If not, this is pretty much the high score challenge. This is all the enemies you're gonna have to expect. Like I said, my videos, my first high score challenge is only gonna be an attempt. It's not gonna be a strategy. I just want to show you what's in there and what you guys have to kind of fight through. So you know that there's a level 250 ghost sitting in a room. You know there's a helicopter fleet sitting somewhere. This is just a run through to let you know exactly what you're expecting. Just in case you're getting halfway and you have to make a strategy, you know that there's even more tougher enemies up ahead. But with 0% and clearing the whole thing, you get 8 million. That's impressive. That means that 50 million is not going to be hard to get, especially if we have a bunch of boost medals on there. Let's just go back to events real quick. Let me go through these medals one more time with you guys. I know this video is kind of mixed match because I had the whole update and everything. I do these videos very late, and I do apologize if they come late or they seem really out of whack. I'm still pretty new at this, but I'm trying my best. But as you can see, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. This is definitely going to be great. And so is Nominee. A lot of medals here. Like, look. Just a lot of buff medals are here. If you have Selfie, she's going to be amazing, especially if you use that strategy I use where buff your strongest medal on a good Keyblade slot, and it's going to take out everything for you almost. So yeah, this is what we have to look forward to. If you guys did a couple pulls, these 14% with your strongest medal, I got 8 million and something at 0%. I'm pretty sure you guys can do a lot harder than that. But I just want to show you what the enemies were, what you guys had to expect. Hopefully this helps you out. And expect not anytime soon. I think Sunday I might start recording again. It is my birthday weekend. I'm just trying to get this video out there to show you what the high score challenge is. And then not tomorrow, because even if I go to bed now and wake up, it's still today. So today I'll be visiting my family. They're going to do a little surprise party for me. And then I'm going to be staying at my parents' house. So I'm not going to be recording today or Saturday, but I will be back home on Sunday. So Sunday I'll probably do my first strategy for free-to-play players. And then I'll do a strategy, still free-to-play, but for a couple pulls. I don't know if I'm actually going to do any pulls. I'm probably going to do a nice setup just with these 7% medals. But if you do want to take top 1000, you're most likely going to have to pull from the score assistant deal. I don't recommend pulling from the Mickey one. It is good to get a Mickey, but the score assistant deal is so much better. It gives you the chance to gilt a lot of medals because you have a smaller pool of medals compared to a big pool of medals. So if this helps you out, let me know. Tell me what you guys think. If you guys came with this up already, if you guys hit over 8 million, I would like to hear how you did it. Definitely going to be able to hit over 8 million, especially if I add Musketeer Goofy, Piglet instead of Illustrated Kari and all that. But I just wanted to show you guys a quick run through. That's what you have to expect. Get your Keyblades ready. See you guys on Sunday. Hopefully I have something good for you. And if not, oh man, we got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.